Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be another subscribers pick my skincare. So to be honest, it's more like a Instagram followers pick my skincare, but I've actually switched to doing it more on YouTube in my community tab. So I generally, like this time around, the one after this basically is actually going to be a true subscribers pick my skincare, because I did it on YouTube on the community page and no one on Instagram knows anything about it. So any which ways, let's talk about the current rotation that I'm going to be kind of reviewing and sharing with you guys, and that is the one that I ended up doing on Instagram. So I asked you guys to pick a daytime moisturizer, a nighttime moisturizer, and then a sunscreen. Now with the daytime moisturizer, it was kind of like a tie pretty much. So half of you wanted me to review the Cerene That Glow the Illuminating Water Cream. This is called their Sebum Control Moisturizer, and the other half of you wanted me to try the Formularx Malassezia Hydra Veil Gel Moisturizer. So I ended up basically trying both, and this is the video where I'm also going to be telling you that these two are pretty much I don't want to use the word dupes, because I don't think one is more expensive than the other. I'm pretty sure that they both are at a similar price point, where they cost roughly 500 to 600 rupees for a 50-gram tube. So it is just a little bit pricey for what it is. It's not the most affordable moisturizer, but it's also not high-end price. And because both of these come from indie brands, and we all know at this point, like, indie brands cannot really keep their pricing super low, because they basically manufacture less quantity. They don't have the benefit of economies of scale that an HUL brand or any of the big conglomerate brands that are out there that can keep their moisturizers as inexpensive as like 200-300 rupees. They have a huge quantity that they're ordering of the particular product, whereas these smaller brands are actually way more constricted in terms of those things. So I can kind of justify the price. Also, when I bought this Cerene moisturizer, I bought it at a buy one get one. So I bought this, and I bought the red one, I forgot the name, the cloud cream, both at like the price of one. So that is a pretty good deal that I got on this, and I know that it'll probably come up this year as well. It might, I can't predict that, but in case you want to check this out, this is an amazing moisturizer. I feel like I didn't tell you what these products are like, so let's dive right into that first before I talk about the price and the offers that you can buy them on. So both of these have the same kind of like gel silicone texture. So if you have oily skin, you are gonna love these moisturizers. Even if you have normal combination skin, I feel like you will really enjoy them. And now the best time to try them out, truly, because summers are here, and as it starts getting hotter and hotter, we don't want to use super thick heavy creams on our face, and these gel moisturizers are the perfect moisturizers to get this time of the year, because they are so lightweight, feel like a drink of water when you apply it. It doesn't leave a mattifying finish, it leaves a very nice glowy, dewy, but not like oily, but more like, you know, the texture that is left behind on your skin when you apply a nice gel moisturizer. That is what these two truly are. I will be sharing application clips of these. I'll add it somewhere in the video, but I'm also doing a side-by-side comparison on Instagram for you guys, where I want to show you how similar these two are. They're basically the same. In my opinion, they are interchangeable. Like how I was using them and trying them and testing them out was, I was doing this on one day, this on the other day, and I would just keep alternating. That's how I have used almost equal amount of product in both. If you can see, like, both the tubes are half empty right now. That's because I was alternating between the two, and it doesn't really feel that different from each other. They feel very similar. That being said, I do want to let you know some things that you might want to note. This particular product has a lot of active ingredients in it. It's got niacinamide, licorice, cica, hyaluronic acid, ceramides, green tea, zinc, PCA, vitamin F, allantoin, and bentane. So it's got a lot of active ingredients, and the way Cerene is marketing their particular product is very different from the way this moisturizer is marketed. So this is marketed basically as niacinamide serum along with a moisturizer that also is mattifying, and it's got that oil controlling ability to it. I guess that's where the zinc PCA comes in. So this is supposed to be like an all-in-one step that you would do in the morning. Now me personally, I wouldn't really skip, like ideally I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't skip my serum step for my moisturizer. I wouldn't do like a 2-in-1 thing. So that is something that I need to keep in mind, no matter how a cream is being marketed to me. If it's something that I wouldn't personally do, if I would still use my serum, if I would still use my moisturizer, then if I would still use my serum along with my moisturizer, then is that something that is really significant and important to me? Probably not. On the other hand, the Formularx Hydra Gel Moisturizer, it's marketed as the Malassezia moisturizer for a reason. When it had launched, the promotional messaging behind it was that for people who have fungal acne, this is going to be a great moisturizer because it doesn't have the oils in it that a lot of people typically, if they're using a moisturizer that has certain oils in it, it could potentially cause fungal acne for them. Now, as someone who I feel like I did have a little bit of that issue, using AHA is really helped for me. I don't think a specific moisturizer made much of a difference for me personally, but if you are someone who had fungal acne and you tried this out and it actually helped, or maybe it didn't help and you didn't see much of a difference, I don't know what your experience is, but I would love to know your experience. So if you have any thoughts to share on that specifically, then please leave it down below. I would say for me personally, both of these are kind of interchangeable and equal. I could just go with one or the other. So for me, the deciding factor would be how convenient it is to buy and how cheap it is, like which one I can find at a better offer. So that is how I would personally make the decision for myself. And I would say, like, if this is on a buy one get one, obviously I'll just pick up 2 of this. There is, for this one, I would probably get it on Sublime Life whenever it's available. I do believe this one is available on Sublime Life, but of course sometimes it can go out of stock. And one thing I like about Sublime Life is, like, when the products are out of stock, they just take it off the website. Like, you cannot see it. It doesn't say out of stock or anything. They just take it off the website, and then once it comes back in stock, they bring it back on the website. So that's what they tend to do. That's something I've noticed as well. So yeah, I would combine my Sublime Life points and get this if I wanted to get this one. So I would say, like, whichever brand you like more, which brand you support more, that's the one that you can end up going for. That would make the most sense for me. Both of them are pretty much the same, but there's also another moisturizer that has entered the scene, which I have owned for a while and purchased a while back. Currently started testing it out again basis of you guys voting for it on YouTube on the community page. So again, I don't know if you can see the results over there or not. I guess after you vote on that specific poll, you will know which one it is. But I've been testing that out, and I would say that that is pretty similar to these two as well. So keep your eye out for that to know which one I'm speaking about. But as of now, I love these two. Would highly recommend both of them. I think they are pretty interchangeable, so you definitely don't need to get both. But yeah, that is that. Moving on, next we have another Formularx product, and that is the nighttime moisturizer that you guys ended up choosing. I gave you the options to choose between the Chemist at Play night cream, the Deconstruct skincare skin soothe moisturizer, or the Formularx Peptide Ceramide moisturizer. Now, like you can tell, I have completely used this tube up. Loved it so freaking much that I completely squeezed out every last bit of moisturizer that I could out of this, and I recently used it up as well. So that tells you how much I've been loving it and how much I've been using it. Now, this is one that is not new to me specifically. In fact, out of the options I gave you, none of them were new. I have tried and reviewed each out of them prior itself. So just to give you a little bit of summary what this moisturizer is like, basically it's got peptides and ceramides, and out of the 3 Formularx moisturizers, this is the most like heavy, the most lightweight, is this one, the Hydra Veil. Then we have the Barrier Repair, which is the not the Barrier Repair, the Barrier Relief, sorry, which is like the medium level weight. It's not too lightweight, it's not too heavy, it's right in the middle. And then this is the heaviest one. So this, for me personally, I would just use for nighttime. I could not possibly use this for the daytime. I definitely feel like it would be a little bit too much, but for nighttime, this is the most amazing cloud like, just so beautiful to apply. The texture, the consistency is absolutely amazing, and it literally feels like I'm applying a salve on my skin that's going to repair my skin, that's going to heal my skin, and it's going to nourish it. And it feels so amazing. It's like, if you want to do skincare as a self-care experience, this is the product that you should be going for, because it truly feels so amazing when you're applying it. And when you wake up the next morning, your skin doesn't feel oily or sticky at all. Like sometimes if a night cream is too thick on your skin and you're applying it, you wake up a little bit greasy the next morning. With this one, I don't feel like I wake up greasy ever, but at the same time I don't wake up dry either. So I feel like it's just the perfect nighttime moisturizer ever. But it's also a very expensive nighttime moisturizer. It is probably one of my most expensive, like price per ounce moisturizers among every single moisturizer that I have tried out, that I absolutely freaking love. This is the most expensive one, like price per ounce, and even if we combine offers and stuff, this is still the most expensive one. But I can justify it, if I'm going to be completely honest, because I think that it is worth it to sometimes spend on self-care and indulge. But at the same time, this was not like 2000, you know, and you're supporting a small brand, you are helping them like sustain and survive. And I don't know, I just love Formularx so much, and some of the products I do think I cannot justify the price. This one I can, because it's so freaking amazing, and this is one that I am going to be repurchasing. Another thing I've noticed is, with certain other textures I can find more affordable options. With this one, I've not been able to find an affordable option / alternative, so that tells me like it's truly unique out there in the market, and there's nothing like this. So it is definitely worth it to go ahead and keep repurchasing. So that is the Formularx Peptide Ceramide Moisturizer. Last but not the least, for sunscreen, the one that you guys ended up choosing. I gave you multiple options out of my current sunscreen collection, and the one you guys chose, and I'm glad you chose this. It is the Deconstruct Skincare Lightweight Gel Sunscreen SPF 55 PA+++. This is one that I absolutely love, but whenever I express how much I love it, I feel like I've gotten a little bit of flack for it online, because there are other people out there who've not been giving it very good reviews. And I understand, because a lot of times products that other people love, I don't give it good reviews because I feel like my experience is not that great. But with this one specifically, I just don't know. I mean, I do understand why people might not be liking this, but at the same time, this is truly a product that is so amazing. And I also would classify this to be really unique and amazing, and for how affordable it is and how well it works for me, I just have to shout from the rooftops and tell you how amazing and how great this is. So speaking about the controversial thoughts that I have, I want to kind of clarify that. And normally I don't show you textures when I'm sitting down and doing videos, because I feel like it's a little wasteful. But here I have to vouch for this product, and I have to tell you and show you exactly why I love it. So I'm going to show you. I'm taking a little bit of product on my hands, and you can see it's a little bit like a silicone primer, I want to say. Like if you've tried the Lakme Absolute primer, the one that has this beige pinky tint to it, it kind of looks like that. So you can see it is creamy, it is definitely creamy, but if you just keep blending just for a couple of minutes, okay, like not too long, it completely blends into the skin and leaves a very nice, like soft satin matte finish on the skin. So when I get people telling me that okay, this is very thick and very creamy and leaves them oily looking or oily feeling, I just don't understand what they are referring to, because I have not experienced anything like that. And I want to compare both my hands. You can see this one is brighter, but there's no white cast. This is a little bit more dull. But also, can you tell that this has mattified my hand a little bit, whereas this side is not as matte? Like, this is the most beautiful sunscreen that I wear under makeup. This is one that I'm also currently wearing under my makeup, and it's so beautiful. The other thing is, like, sometimes I feel like after I apply my sunscreen, I have to wait for a while for it to like sit down and dry down, and then I can put on makeup. Because if I go right into putting on makeup, it does cake up a little bit, and also sometimes spill, and just does not look good at all. So when I'm putting makeup on top, it kind of gets ruined. So that is something that I have observed, whereas with this one, that never happens. I feel like get less time in between, like even if I'm waiting just 10 or 15 minutes between my sunscreen application and my makeup application, this one does not cake up, pill, or create any sort of problems with my makeup. I'm currently wearing this right now as well, and you can not see any of that weirdness going on my skin. That's something I really appreciate. And coming the summertime, I don't mind something like the Dermaco Hyaluronic Acid Gel Sunscreen or something, because I don't mind the shine or the dew for non-makeup days, but I feel like for makeup days or for days where I really want to be as matte as I could possibly be, I'm not saying it's going to keep me matte and oil free throughout the day. I'm just saying if I want to be as matte as possible, this is the sunscreen that I'm going to be going for 100% for sure. And that's why I have been recommending this to people who have oily skin the most. I know a lot of people prefer the silicone sunscreens like the Sunscoop Gel Sunscreen, or the Dermaco Gel Sunscreen, or the Conscious Chemist Gel Sunscreen, the clear gel ones. A lot of people who have more oily skin have been preferring those. I just feel like those tend to sit very weird on my skin, and that's why I've not had a great experience with it. So whenever anyone asks me that I have oily skin, please recommend a good sunscreen to me, this is the one that I tend to recommend. Something that I also want to tell you, like anecdotal experience wise, not for me but like my real life friends, there are also people who have a little bit more of a normal dry skin who have still been loving for this and reaching for this more than some of the other sunscreens that I've recommended to them, because even though they have more dry skin, they don't want to feel like, you know, there's a layer sitting on top of their skin. This one never feels like that. It gets absorbed so freaking well into the skin that they have absolutely loved it and have preferred this over other sunscreens that I have recommended to them. So that's also something that I want to share with you. It's not my personal experience, but that's something that I've observed in my real life, in my personal life, and I thought I would share that. So yes, that is it for this video. Those are the 4 products that you guys chose for me to try out and review and share with you my thoughts and opinions, and I've been using them very religiously, like you can tell. Like, this tube is going to be empty very soon, and unfortunately I don't have backups, so I have this urge inside me to go ahead and repurchase this ASAP. But I know I have other sunscreens that I can use. I don't need to immediately repurchase this, but I will definitely repurchase it very soon once I go through my current stash. This one I already have one more backup of, so I will be opening that up and start using it soon, and then I will have to obviously repurchase because I don't have more than one. And then these 2 I will probably not repurchase immediately, because like I said, I have another moisturizer that is pretty similar to these 2, so I will probably do a comparison of those 3 in a YouTube video. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.